Hi guys, Joe at River Valley Marine of Lake Minnetonka here. Today it'd be an honor to show you guys this awesome new Cobalt R6 Surf. Let's go for a ride. Alright guys, so standard equipment on an R6 Surf is going to be dual 7-inch Garmin digital displays. It's a multi-function display that can accomplish a number of different tasks. On the left right now we've got nautical charts displayed, and it's a movable map. You've got an icon with your boat here. You do have all your hazards and channels are marked on here. We've got the ability to drag this around so we can see where we're going. We've got the ability to plot a chart, so if I was trying to get to one end of the lake from the other and I knew that I needed to go through several different bays, I can go in here and I can put in several different waypoints, and then I'm going to just drive to the waypoints much the same way you would with your GPS in your car. Most people would typically have charts on one side and engine instrumentation displayed on the other. When it's time to surf, we go into one of the displays and we've got a app for surf control here. The beauty of these things is the simplicity. On a direct drive surf boat, you know, those can be great boats depending on how you use them, but sometimes it feels like you need an engineering degree just to operate the thing. With a Cobalt R6 Surf, we simply hit fill on all 3 ballast tanks. We can be moving while these fill. We don't want to go terribly fast. We'll just kind of putt along while they fill. They do fill pretty fast. It usually takes, 5-6 minutes before they fill. When we're ready to surf, we're going to put the boat in speed control. That's going to allow us to lock it in at a particular speed so that when we advance the throttle, it's going to bring us up to that set point, whatever it is we like to surf at. The sweet spot on this boat seems to be right around 10.9 miles per hour. You can adjust that. With that, you can adjust the wave. If you're trying to lengthen up the pocket or something like that, you can play with the speed and so on and so forth. Once we put it in speed control, we just hit surf left. We've got 2 different profiles up here. We can go mellow, steep, or we can set a custom profile, and we can save several profiles. So if one rider likes the wave a certain way and another rider likes it another way, we can save those settings so that we don't have to go through the setup every time. But for most people, simply put it in steep, fill all the ballast, and hit surf left. That's going to give you the most ideal wave for most of us that are novice or intermediate surfers, people that aren't going to be doing a contest anytime soon. So you guys, we're almost filled up on the ballast here, so we're about ready to surf. As that finishes up, I'll just talk about some of the other cool features on this boat. It's outfitted with a wireless phone charger at the helm here. This is expandable, so you can fit, all the big iPhone, what number are we on? Like 17, whatever in there. You've got RGB lights, so up in the framework of the bimini top and backlit in the speakers, and then you've got some down lighting in certain spots like underneath trim panels. We've got RGB lights that will go red, green, blue, every hue in between. We can set that on a mode where it rotates between all the colors. We can put it in a mode where it's static and we just simply select the color we like the best. We can put it where it goes to the beat of the music, like an infinite number of different settings with that. This particular R6 Surf is optioned with a windlass anchor, and for those of you that are new to boating, the term windlass seems really weird. It just kind of means that you don't have to wind it up. It's windless, I guess. But in marine vernacular, windlass is what we say. In other words, what it is, it's an anchor that is mounted on the bow of the boat, and we've got an anchor locker here. We've got a control for that windlass in here. We also have one at the helm. So anytime we want to drop the anchor, we can do that with the touch of a button. And when we're ready to pull up and move away, same thing, touch of a button, and we pull that anchor up. Cobalt uses all chain in their windlass system, so there's no rope to get nasty and green over time. We do have a bolster at the helm chair and one at the passenger chair on the port side. Port side seat does have a convertible backrest, so you can be forward or aft facing with that as well, which is a nice feature when somebody is surfing. You can be very comfortable when you're watching. This is also equipped with a cockpit heater. that's got pull-out vents here so that you can warm yourself up when you're done surfing. You've got your towel wrapped around you, you can blow it inside and get yourself all warmed up. Kind of extends the season a little bit, right? If you're able to tolerate getting in the cold water once you're out, you can warm up a heck of a lot faster. On the starboard side, behind the helm seat, we do have a compartment that's made for a 48-quart cooler back here. In the event that somehow you left the cooler at home, the compartment itself does drain right to the bilge, so you can actually fill this with ice and just use it as a built-in cooler. All right, we're all filled up. Let's see what we can do for a wave. Right now it's on surf left. Most people typically surf regular or standing on the board where your left foot would be forward. For those folks, we call that surfing regular, and they're gonna surf on the left side of the boat. For folks that wanna stand with their right foot forward on the boat, we call that goofy foot, and those folks will surf on the right side. But we'll demonstrate the wave on both sides for you. And for those talented surfers amongst us that can surf both sides, this boat will actually switch the tabs fast enough that a good rider would be able to have you switch while in motion and go from one side of the wave to the other. All right, I'm gonna switch to surf right. All right, I'm switching back to left. So, and that's it, you guys. When we're done surfing, all we do is empty out all 3 ballast tanks, take it out of speed control, and now we're in regular mode. Ballast takes 5 minutes or so to empty, and then we're back to normal boating. Unlike a direct drive towboat, which of course we put tremendously powerful engines in those things, but they're kind of made and set up to produce all their power at 10 and 11 and 11 and a half miles per hour where we surf. The net effect of that is a boat that, you know, maybe does, even though it's got 450 horsepower, does about 35, 36 miles per hour on a good day. With this, you've got a boat that's got plenty of power to surf, and when you empty out the ballast and you want to get from one end of the lake to the other, it still does 50 miles an hour. And unlike most traditional towboats, you've got a deep V hull design here, so you've got a boat that not only surfs and makes a really nice surf wave at that, it also has a hull design that favors a smooth and stable ride. So it truly is about the most versatile thing you can get, because it makes a really, really good surf wave, but it rides incredibly good and smooth, even on a choppy day, which would be atypical for a purpose-built direct drive towboat. So to add to the versatility of a Cobalt R6 Surf, at the stern seating, we've got a convertible backrest here, so you can be forward or aft facing here as well. We've also got a flip-up backrest here so that if the seating inside the cockpit were all being utilized, but people wanted to maybe hang out on the swim platform if we were a floater at anchor, we've still got some lumbar support for those people as well. Another great feature on the R6 Surf is the big spacious swim platform. With an R6 Surf and really any of the Cobalt lineup, they've got a proprietary swim step that was patented actually, and they were the first to market with this sort of a design. There's been some competitors that have tried to follow, but they've needed to change it up slightly to get around the patent. But what we've got here is a swim step that drops down into the water. That way, when we're done surfing or swimming or whatever it is we're doing in the water and we want to get back on the boat, we can simply back up to that swim step and sit down on it, and then we just turn around and get ourselves into the boat, and it's a lot easier than trying to climb up a ladder. The Cobalt swim step is the only one on the market that locks. That is how some of the competitors kind of got around the patent, was have one that just kind of hangs free, which to me seems a little bit dangerous, but so to unlock it, you just pull this knob, and pull that back up in to the boat. And then we've also got the ability to option the boat with a electronic power swim step as well. So on a Cobalt R6 Surf, or even a traditional R6 for that matter, you've got a nice spacious head compartment on the port side here. We've got a variety of different heads that we can put in there. This one happens to be equipped with a porta potty. It is a porta potty with a hull side pump out, so it's not a porta potty that you need to drag up out of the head compartment and empty yourself. I've also got the ability to put a full electric flush porcelain head in this, and when I do the electric flush porcelain head, I've got an 11-gallon holding tank. For the way most people boat, getting pumped out once a season is typically adequate at that point. It is a super nice system because it actually draws seawater to flush rather than having to fill a freshwater tank in order to flush that. A lot nicer to just suck up lake water to do that. Another great optional feature on this boat is bow filler cushions, which you can lock into place and make one big sun pad up in the bow here. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this boat ride. I've got these in stock and available, and with rebates and incentives from the manufacturer and our own discounts, you'll never buy one for less money than you can today. Thanks again for joining me. Let's hit it.